Habatat Galleries is amazing that they bring these events into communities where people may not have the need or the desire to travel elsewhere. A lot of people don't like to go into galleries or museums because they find them a bit intimidating, but having a pop-up in a location in their neighborhood just brings the art right to them. I'm Shelley Allen, and my whole life I've worked as an artist. I've been working specifically with hot glass for the past 30 years. I believe everybody should have an experience with glass at some point in their life because it is just so enlightening, it's so transcendent. I've been honored to work with Habatat for, I believe it's just over 15 years. I feel like I'm with family when I'm showing with them. They asked me to do a demonstration for their Glass Coast weekend, and I'm so grateful for that. I believe these shows and the demonstrations are really integral to the education of the community too on how glass is made, because when you look at it, you have no idea of how it actually got to be in this finished state on the pedestal, unless you've been exposed to it. So the fact of doing a demo, people can watch right from the gathering of the molten glass to a finished piece being made, and then they go to the show and they can see finished pieces presented on a pedestal and lit beautifully. So the whole appreciation and understanding of the material, maybe more of the history of the material is evident to them. And I believe that's so important for your experience of viewing something if you have that much more understanding about it. When I was working as a painter, it was a very isolating experience, and there was no sharing of information. And when I started working with glass, it was absolutely the opposite. People are so generous with their information, and we want to work with each other and help each other grow. And there's no selfishness or this kind of competitive nature with glass. The demonstration happened at the Ringling College of Art and Design, and I was really fortunate to have some of the students hop up and help me. They were shielding, they were doing doors, and as a student to be able to have exposure of visiting artists come in and work and to be able to be there right with them. And the way that a lot of people learn, and myself included, was to work as an assistant with other sculptors that you admired. And you work and you learn, and some people come in with no experience, some have a few years, so you have a varied level of skills working on your team, and gradually that person will move up to handling the pipe and the one that's doing the doors. So it's this really kind of wonderful, almost like an apprenticeship, that you can acquire all the skills right there on the job. It varies worldwide how people handle glass in the hot shop, but we all know like kind of the basic rules. We know how glass works, so we have this kind of basic language that is unspoken. So when I was doing the demo here, the fellows that I had worked with, they had plenty of experience, so I really barely had to talk to them, and we had just met that day. I would not be able to make my work without these people, because I need at least, with any given piece, I need from 4 to 10 hands in able to actually make it. I have somebody moving the pipe, somebody's opening the door, somebody's handling the torch. We have to keep that piece at an even heat throughout the whole process, or something will crack and break off. Another wonderful thing about coming to these exhibitions is that I get to meet and become part of the artistic community of the artists that Habatat represents. A lot of these people I had only seen photos of and really loved their work, but never had the opportunity to speak with them. And now a lot of them were my very good friends. Among them was Martin Planck. To have him jump in on the demo the other day was just, what a great surprise, and just he brings his exuberance and his energy everywhere he goes. So I feel really grateful to have had that moment, and his passion, his generosity, his kindness. He's got such a huge heart, and I'm so grateful for that. So the teammanship, the collaboration of working with people in the hot shop is really one of the best things about working in the material, the making of it. I hope that, that few hours help to, kind of get their energy up and their inspiration. And know that there are no limits. You're only limited by your own imagination.